Welcome back, everyone. It is Saturday, April 5th in the NBA. My four best bets are on the way. If you are new, thanks as always for tuning in. My name's Austin. Appreciate for being here on the weekend. We got to recap what we did yesterday. Another great day for us. Good bounce back day, 4-1, up nearly 3 units on the day. We certainly will take that. We had Nikola Jokic's over in points plus assists. He got it done. That guy's literally insane. Nikola Vucevic over in threes. What a result. We bet on the guys over in threes, and he makes his first two. You love to see that. Thanks, Vooch. Fred VanVleet might have been a winner or loser for you, depending on what line you got. He ended with 19. Honestly, not a great read. He had no usage yesterday. It was the big Şengün and Jalen Green show. We did cash Asor Thompson's over in points plus rebounds. We added that after the video. Hopefully you checked out the pinned comment. Our only loser actually was our VIP play, which is, tough. I just ended up choosing one of my favorite plays to give to the Dub Club exclusively, and it lost. It was Amen Thompson's under an assist, parlayed with Lakers money line. But either way, hey, 4-1 day. We certainly will take it. No complaints out of me. I do want to bring up a good note. The last 30 days in the NBA, we have been absolutely crushing it. 73 and 60, 36, 67% win rate, up nearly 28 units. If you recall the last 30 days, what happened 30 days ago? It was the valley of our season. We were ice cold post All-Star break, and we've quietly, maybe not quietly, turn that whole season around, up nearly 42 units on the season. But I'm not satisfied. I want to get to that 50 unit mark, and I want to keep going into the postseason. Well, I do have some sad news. Today will actually be the final Saturday slate of NBA action because next Saturday there are no games. So next Saturday, if you're looking for an NBA video, you won't find one because there won't be any games on next Saturday, next Sunday, the final day of the NBA regular season. Without further ado, let's dive in the picks. Let's have another great day. And it begins with the guy we tried to fade the other day. Today, we will not be fading him. That's Ja Morant. What does he do? He does this. Ja Morant over 25.5 points. Adam Silver, please don't find me. I promise. YouTube, don't demonetize me. I'm just a boy. Ja Morant over 25.5 points at plus 100 on ESPN Bet. The new coaching staff has really transitioned into everyone get the heck out of the way. We're giving it to Ja Morant. And we tried to fade him last game. He had 3 points at halftime. You couldn't have asked for a worst half from him, and he still managed 30. It's hard to really suggest fading him right now, given his usage, how important these games are for the Grizzlies, and just how the Grizzlies coaching staff is deploying Ja Morant out there. And he has just been, honestly, he has been insane. And I think he continues that once again today. This is just too good of a spot for him against the Detroit Pistons. Now, yesterday we backed Asor Thompson. And honestly, I backed him because I had a feeling Cade Cunningham might not play. And Cade Cunningham did not play. I have a feeling that Cade Cunningham suits it up tonight, which probably helps his game stay competitive, but it already has a 240 total, and the Pistons are a team that like to run, which is pretty good for us, given how Ja Morant scores his points. Now, as always, we're back on a PropsMadness. You can sign up, whatever. Here are Ja Morant's games since returning back from injury. He's played in 4 games. 1 game against the Lakers, 9 of 23. Game against the Celtics, 10 for 20. A game against the Warriors, 14 of 22, and then 22 shots here, 11 of 22. Again, you're looking at Ja Morant, 20 field goal attempts in all of those games. And that is just a lot of usage for me to want to go away from him. You look at how he scores his points in transition, not the best matchup. But again, he's not really being relied on to do that now. Now he's become a much bigger threat in the pick and roll ball handler. He has the ball in his hands a lot more than he did pre, coach getting fired. And you see the Pistons, they are 28th for not only pick and roll ball handler, but free throws. This team hacks a ton, and Ja Morant has not been relying on free throws. He has yet to shoot more than 6 free throw attempts, and he scores majority of his points attacking the hoop. So I really think he's going to get a lot of opportunities to score down there. Now I get it, the Pistons give it the 4th fewest restricted area field goal points, but I'm not really too worried about him there. We've seen other guards like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander didn't shoot well. He still had 33 against them. And I really think this is a spot. Spencer Dinwiddie at 31. Ja Morant's going to be out there, and he's going to be aggressive, trying to attack the hoop. At the end of the day, when you get Ja Morant shooting this many times, you got to take your chances with him. I think you get to the free throw line a good amount as well. I just think overall, this is just too good of a matchup for Ja Morant, for him to just volume that he's been seeing. I just think it's a great spot. You look at him on the season, he's over in 7 of 10 games when he gets 18 or more shots. So again, when the volume's there for Morant, he goes over. Simple as that. I think it's a great volume spot. We'll back him. Let's hope he knocks down some shots. As I said, big games for the Grizzlies. They are currently tied, I think, for the 8th seed. So look, when they're tied there, they don't want to be in the 8th seed. They're tied with the Timberwolves or the 6th seed. Every game means a lot to them. Ja Morant should go off. They don't play tomorrow. They play on Tuesday, I think. Only 2 games on Monday. So either way, love him. Next. You guys will love this one, unless you're a new follower. If you're a new follower, you might be like, why we're getting hyped up over this guy. It is the return of a COS, calling our shot, Hall of Famer, Mo Gueye. Welcome aboard. We're taking his under 5.5 points, minus 105 on BetMGM. You might be like, who the hell is Mo Gueye? He is the Atlanta Hawks starting small forward, power forward, if you will, and we're fading him today. We've taken his unders, 3 or 4 times. They've turned green every time. We're going back to it. I've stayed away from him for a little bit, but I love to fade him today as him and the Hawks play host to the New York Knicks. I think it's a terrible spot for Mo Gueye. We could see very limited minutes, which he already doesn't play a lot, or faded him. As we always say, Mo Gueye, how about less gay? Don't cancel me. Let's talk about Mo Gueye, though. Honestly, why am we fading this guy today? At 5.5 points, this guy is 5.5 points. He can certainly get you 6. Mo Gueye, if you look at his numbers, he's ended, 5.5 you can find on every book. DraftKings, of course, not offering an under because they're rats. But again, under in about 50% of games. He is coming off a good game against the Mavs, though. He went over at 11 points, 5 of 13. They left him wide open. Anthony Davis was like, nah, we don't respect you. Left him wide open. But again, 14 minutes in a game that was decided by 2 points. A game before that against the Blazers, 11 minutes. Game here, 19. He kind of needed his size versus Giannis. But again, 9 minutes here, 13. This is a guy that does not play a lot. He plays mostly in the first and the third quarter. Those are his 2 minutes runs. He gets 6 to 7 minutes. You take your chance. Now, how does he score his points is why we're really fading him. Spot up shooting. He sits in the corner all game, and that is where the Knicks have been a pretty decent defense. Their spot up defense, they're third best. Transition is probably where you're most liable for Mo Gueye getting some easy layups or dunks, which can always be tough. And then free throws. Cutting's kind of hard to portray. We look at Mo Gueye. He already faced the Knicks once this season. He had 2 points. 0 for 6 from the field, 16 minutes. Might even be more minutes than he plays today. This was a game they didn't have OG Anunoby. So they had Precious Achiuwa starting, and he actually guarded Mo Gueye. And Precious is not a good defender. He helps too much, and he gives up. He left him wide open. I think tonight he probably gets Josh Hart on him. Josh Hart's a little bit better than Precious Achiuwa. Knock on wood, he doesn't leave him literally wide open. And I think at the end of the day, this is a really tough spot for Mo Gueye to score points. And I put up one more stat. Mo Gueye is a 23% three-point shooter on the year. And as I said, this is a big game for the Hawks. They are 1.5 games above the 9-seeded Bulls. They don't want to drop into the 9 or 10 seed. We don't want that. And they're also only 1 game behind the Magic. So they would ideally love to jump the Magic, and then they'll be able to host the play-in game. They're not getting to the 6th seed, but at least they could host it there. Also, my last note, last 10 games, the Knicks' 5th fewest corner three-pointers allowed. That is all where Mo Gueye shoots. So if we can limit those corner threes, I'll take my chance with Mo Gueye banging home, whatever, getting 6 points. I think there's a big spot for Trae Young. Also, they could literally bench this guy for Karis LeVert, Terrence Mann, Vic Krejci, Niang. All those guys could play minutes over Mo Gueye. As I've already said it once this video, Mo Gueye, we like less Gueye. Okay, don't clip that. Don't clip that. That was bad. That was bad. All right, we need to keep things moving. We really do like Mo Gueye's unders. Hopefully it pays today. He's a COS Hall of Famer for a reason. Next play, Rudy Gobert to record a double-double. Simple. 10 points, 10 rebounds, minus 125 on FanDuel. I think it's a great spot to back Mr. Gobert. I get it. There's some blowout potential here as him and the Timberwolves are on the road taking on the Sixers. But again, if there's the blowout, there likely means, 1, the Timberwolves are scoring, and 2, the Sixers are missing. So there's some rebounds out there to be grabbed, and Rudy Gobert has been grubbing on the glass. He's been grabbing every single board out there. He had a game with like 25 rebounds recently. Today he faces the Sixers, a very undersized Sixers team. They're starting like Adam Bona at the 5. I mean, what are we doing, Sixers? They're tanking on purpose. But again, I really think Gobert can dominate this team. I don't need to talk about him a ton. If you look at Gobert, his regular props, 12.5 points, 11.5 rebounds. So he doesn't even have to hit a single either one of those. He could go under in both and still cash the double-double. Also, if you need a juice reducer, just throw on Timberwolves money line. Rudy, double-double in 6 straight. We just saw Mitchell Robinson, who barely plays for the Knicks, start against them. He had 14 and 14, destroyed him on the offensive glass. Then you look at Rudy Gobert, scores 95% of his points in the restricted area, where the Sixers rank 29th. They also rank 25th versus putbacks. So I could see him just dominating on the offensive glass, grabbing offensive rebounds, putting them in. Great for us. Get a rebound, get some points. I could also see him maybe getting fouled there where they're trying to box him out and he's just hustling, getting those offensive rebounds or getting fouled, maybe getting put to the free throw line. Again, a double-double against the Sixers who have no one that can slow him down. We're taking it minus 125 on FanDuel. I really think that line should be minus 175, which is where some books are. FanDuel's hanging a minus 125. They're stupid. We'll take them. I love it. Rudy Gobert double-double. You could look at his 10 points, 10 rebounds. I don't know what that would be in terms of if you were to build it out like that. Normally, that's worse value than what the double-double is, but sure, he could get 10 blocks if he really wanted to. My final play of the day, spoiler, it's in the Dub Club exclusive. It's an under in points. Like I said at the beginning of the video, there is a $10 off first month coupon. So instead of paying $15 a month, you're paying $5. It's pretty good for your first month in the Dub Club. Join, test it out, see if you like it. If not, yeah, spend $5. But look, the exclusive picks are going to get hot. They've been basically kind of 500, but it's mostly just me picking a play that I like and on the normal card, throwing it in there, and it just happens to be losing, but the other picks are all smacking. So eventually I will change, probably where the video plays start to do a little bit worse. The club exclusive plays start to hit. Either way, they're still doing pretty good, and you get to join, support the community, and whatnot. So again, that link is down below. $10 off your first month. Today's exclusive play is an under in points. It was already posted, and it is in a game that I don't think we already touched on. So either way, those are my picks. Those are my 4 picks. Let's go 4-0. Today we'll have no added plays. If you're this far in the video and you sat through me doing finger guns, saying Mo gay, less gay, I appreciate you. Subscribe. You probably already subscribed or you already clicked off. If that's the case. I will touch on these other games real quick just for a second. So stick around. If we're talking about this Knicks and Hawks game, I know Jalen Brunson is on the injury report. I don't think he plays today. The Knicks do play tomorrow, and they're at home for that game. I forget who they play. But again, I don't know why we would rush Jalen Brunson back, who's missed about a month, right? March 6th. I don't know why we'd rush him back if we have a home game tomorrow. So again, I think he sits tonight. Could still play. It is the Knicks, but I don't think he plays. So if you want to hop on some of these other guys, maybe now's the time. But I don't know if I'd also want to hop on them if Jalen Brunson played. So other games, Memphis, Detroit. If I want to talk about Detroit, I think Cade Cunningham suits up tonight. I talked about it yesterday in my Asura Thompson write-up. I thought there was a good chance Cade played or didn't play and then played today, given I thought they could beat the Raptors without him. I think they need him out there tonight. And the Pistons are still trying to fight for the 4 or 5 seed, I think. So I do like that. So if you wanted to play, I kind of like Asura Thompson, his under and assists. This is a pretty good play. I just didn't end up doing it because DraftKings doesn't have it, and then we're going on a different book. But I do like that one, especially if Cade Cunningham suits up. Maybe you want to wait for Cade to go in or out because, he's hit the assist a couple games. But either way, Minnesota, Philly. I already talked about Rudy Gobert. I'm not betting on a Sixer. Count me out. Milwaukee, Miami. I'll let you know right now. This is where the VIP exclusive play is. It's in on here on an under in points. So you can guess whoever you think it is. You can join the Dub Club, $10 off your first month. And then the final game, Spencer Dinwiddie is the one guy I did consider here, is under 14.5 points. Only reason I didn't take Spencer Dinwiddie's under 14.5 points is one, who the hell knows if AD plays, and two, which I do think AD plays. I'm not sure if PJ plays, if Klay Thompson, who left early last night, plays. Jaden Hardy left early, so that's why I didn't take it. But you can see the chart with AD. However, a lot of those guys were in there, like Jaden Hardy and whatnot. Now they might not be. So again, that's kind of why I avoided it. And in all totality, recap the plays. John Morant's over. Mo Gay's under. Rudy Gobert double-double. And then a fourth play, which is the Dub Club exclusive play. Let's have another good day. Why not us? We have a bunch of plays in the MLB. We've been sucking hard in the MLB. That's going to change eventually. So if you're going to start tailing any sport, probably you'd argue maybe you get away from tailing the NBA because we've been red hot there. Eventually that's going to even out a little bit. Hopefully not. And then MLB, we've been red cold. That doesn't make sense. Ice cold. So that eventually is going to even out as well. So MLB video, link somewhere on the screen. Have a great day. And let's have a great Saturday. Why not us? Tomorrow's video should be a pretty good one. And then Monday, we only have 2 games on. So we'll figure out what to do then. But again, thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend. And let's keep winning you guys some money. Why not us? See you in the next one. Have a great day. Go check out that MLB video somewhere over here. And sorry, please don't cancel me after today's video. Love y'all. See you later. Peace.